Over the last few years, clear cases have kind of become the default iPhone case option. These are the most common cases you'll see on anyone's iPhone, and I've personally been using Spigen clear cases forever. I've loved them, and I've never had any reason to switch, but I have tried different cases like Ring Keys and a couple other brands, but I've never tried ESR, and ESR is a pretty decently big name too, and they have a lot of different case options. So when I was finally fed up of my iPhone 15's stupid fine woven case, I decided to try out the ESR's Classic Series Hybrid Case because it is pretty much a very, very similar looking case to both the Spigen and the Apple clear case, but it seems to offer, you know, the same stuff at a very, very slightly discounted price of comparatively $2 to the Spigen when I filmed this. So really not a big deal, big difference, but it is interesting because I want to see what the difference of this case is like when it's on the phone and especially how it ages. So you get this packaging, which is pretty simple, very familiar to even the other brands that you would get. So let me pull out the case and let's see what it's like. So right off the bat, one thing I do notice comparative to the Spigen cases that you do buy, it has no protective film on top. When it ships, it comes right like this, but that's fine, not a big deal. Just if it does get smudged up, it does kind of look dingy right out of the box. But right now, mine looks perfectly clear. No smudges, no fingerprints, nothing. A few specks of dirt, but honestly, really not a big deal. I'm sorry, I mean dust, not dirt. Let me go ahead and just press the sides. So the sides are pretty good. They're rigid, but do have the perfect amount of flex to comfortably put your phone in. Let's see what the side flex is like. So side to side, again, not bad at all. Very, very comparable to any other clear case of this type. So the clear case this has a more hardened back panel, which is a different material from the one that's on the side. The side is a little bit more grippy and more flexible. This is way more hard and will not really flex as much. There is a pretty significant camera bump that actually says camera guard. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but right here it says camera guard. This part I think I'm not a big fan of. Like, I do like the elevated camera, but I don't like that they've extended this just to say camera guard. Like, really, I wish it was a little bit more subtle than that. On this side, you of course have the the power button that is elevated. It doesn't have a clear, it's not a cutout, it is a raised button. On this side, you do have a cutout for the vibrate switch, and the volume up, volume down is again one of those elevated buttons. On the bottom, of course, you've got holes for your speaker, microphone, and the USB-C port as well. Other than that, really not much to talk about with this case. Okay, that's interesting. This is a bit of a different one. So on the sides over here, you do see there's a lot more bump protection. This protrudes a lot more than Spigen cases and some other clear cases do. So this would be great for shock absorption. It's not very obvious, like I don't think you're going to notice it too much, and I'm so sorry the camera seems to be struggling to focus, but that's a really nice touch, and I think when it comes to severe drops, that will make a pretty good difference. On the side here, you do have two little cutouts to put in one of the loops, or if anything like that, if you want to put on your case. I really don't know why you would want to do that, but that is there. And you've of course got the MagSafe magnet there, ESR magnetic halo lock case. A little bit more subtle here would have been nice, but this clearly case doesn't seem to be made to be very subtle. They've got ESR branding right here. It says ESR Tech Made Easier. Okay. Other than that, really a very clean and clear design. So let me go ahead and put this phone into the case and let's see what the fit and finish is like. So, okay, the phone is in. Right off the bat, I have to say that the edges are extremely, extremely elevated. So this is going to provide a lot of protection on your screen. I have a tempered glass screen protector, and it still is rising above it by a decent margin. Like, this is going to be a clear advantage for you if you were to drop this face front or to, you know, put your phone down face front. You're never going to touch that display, which is a really, really good thing. But I do feel like it adds a little bit of bulk, especially when I'm looking at it from the bottom and the top. It feels like it's added on a lot more of this to the height of the phone in general, which I do prefer, I guess, when it comes to the fine woven case. This is a little bit less thick on the top end. The back looks great. This is perfect. Very, very familiar clear case design with MagSafe ring. This part, again, it does hide a little bit when you do look at it closely. The camera guard is now not as obvious, but it's still there. In the right lighting, you can very easily see what's written there. The camera is also very well covered. There won't be any impacts, I think, that would really make it right onto the camera. This is pretty good. there has to be really no obviously bad things I can say about this right off the bat. If you're okay with slightly thicker borders around the phone, I think this works pretty well. I will use this for a little bit longer and let you know what I think about the way it ages, because it does say it is anti-yellowing, but Spigen says that too, and over time, the sides do start to yellow. But if you guys want to check this out, I'll have it linked down in the description below. This is the ESR Hybrid Case, and I'll also link some of the other comparable cases too that you guys might want to check out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.